My God sighting of the week is listening to the kids confidently say that they can go to God in prayer when they're scared.
I've seen several, but two that I would like to share is, first of all, it's been wonderful seeing children step up and lead prayer on their own.
We have the 3-year-old group, and there was one little girl that came in really nervous at the beginning of the week, but on the second day she started smiling, and today she actually started sharing her toys. So it's been really cool to see them open up and be excited about making friends at VBS.
Well, my God sighting is always the same for VBS every day. When I get on stage and see the kids dancing and singing and praising God with their words and their music and the singing and dancing, I get to see all those faces and those little people just rejoicing and praising God.
So in one of the rooms we had a little Bible, and we were like, what is this book? And the little girl said, that's Jesus's book. And it was just so darling how she didn't know it was called the Bible, but she knew it was Jesus's book.
So I have the really fun job of helping lead Imagination Station with all of our kids. And I love seeing their joy while we're sharing things. We get to use our imagination. We get to use sciencey fun to learn more about God and His creation. And on one of the days, we were talking about how God is our safe place. And we have these little butterflies. And we were telling the story about how God creates a cocoon for them that's a safe place for them to grow. And the idea is, at the end of the story, we're going to show the cocoon and let it go, and it flies. And sometimes it goes a direction you don't know. So I thought, I'm gonna test this before any of my kids came in. And I thought, I'll send it up in the air because that will look really cool. And it went straight up in the air, and sure enough got stuck on the ceiling in between some pipes. And my first thought was, oops, this is gonna be a funny story to have to explain why I have butterflies on the ceiling. But then as they came in, I started telling these kids, hey, can you find my missing butterfly? And one of them said, oh, he flew to a safe place. And what I thought was a big oops, and what was gonna be kind of a silly story, ended up being this great impromptu, unplanned talking point for all of the kids to see them connect. And it was a really, really surprising turn that I loved being a part of.
We had 2 God sightings. One was a youth volunteer who saw a little girl who was homesick and took her over to the side and knelt down next to her and prayed with her, which was very sweet and amazing to see. And then we also had another student who saw a kid put his head down, and we weren't sure if he was doing okay. She came up to me and said, hey, can you check on him? Which is really awesome too. So really cool things happening here at VBS.